Inbounded to Zeb Jackson. Can they get it off? He does, and hits it. And that's how the first half will end.
Rucker, the rebound for the Trojans, who can take the lead for the first time in this half. Miles right to the rim against three Claflin players. Fitzgerald had the rebound, got it back on the floor. Here's Rucker down low, and he gives the Trojans the lead.
Watkins shooting about 31% from behind the arc. He gives VCU their first lead. Here comes the turnover. Rams have numbers. 3-on-1 to Deloach.
Oh my God. Here's a steal by Rout. Ball still loose. Picked up by McCullough. Out to Ayatay. And Sean Walker wants a timeout. Clemens grabs the miss for the Broncos, who can take the lead on this possession. Inside to Dixon.
That was a slick pass there by Nolan. Couldn't convert from distance. Here's Nunn with a step back three. Good! VCU basketball is on the air from the Siegel Center as the Rams look to maintain their hold of first in the Atlantic 10 as they host the Patriots of George Mason University. We welcome you courtside to the Stew. I'm Sean Robertson, good to be joined by John Feinstein. The Rams right now winners of 5 in a row, 10 of their last 11, looking to remain hot against the Patriots. We welcome you courtside here at the Siegel Center. I'm Sean Robertson. That is Ed Nixon, a member of the 2011 Final Four team. Non-conference season is now set to the side. We are now focused on conference play and the road to Barclays for these two teams.
The bottom half of the draw will have Virginia Union and Bowie State in the nightcap tonight, and the winner will take on either Winston-Salem State or St. Augustine in the semifinals on Friday. Sean Robertson, Helen Williams with you here at the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore. We've seen a really good first half with Fayetteville State ending the half strong as they look to get back to the semifinals.
Great to be with you here courtside at the Stew. Tonight's game presented by the Virginia Lottery. Visit VALottery.com tonight for any last-minute tickets for tonight's record Powerball drawing. We will get to our tickets as soon as this game is over. We'll talk about that later in the broadcast. Let's first talk about the starting lineups tonight. First for Manhattan, they're going to have a four-guard alignment with Razi Hayung, Marquise Watson, Elijah Buchanan, Nick Brennan, and Josh Roberts, the transfer from St. John's. Meanwhile, VCU, they'll have Ace Baldwin and Jayden Nunn in the backcourt. Jameer Watkins, first time we've seen him since he tore his ACL a couple of years ago, followed by Jalen Deloach and Brandon Johns Jr., the transfer from Michigan. Roberts and Deloach will jump it up. And the toss is controlled by Ace Baldwin, preseason first team, A-10 selection, and we're underway.
Here we go. There's a lot of things I want to see from VCU. They have a lot of new faces, newcomers, returners, injury guys coming off injury.
Here is Deloach against Roberts. Johns the offensive rebound against Brennan and scores VCU's first 2 of the season.
And if I'm VCU, I'm definitely going to try to take advantage of the size difference that they have down low.
Now, Johns played over 100 games in 3 seasons with Michigan while he was a Wolverine, and he just picked up the game's first foul against Nick Brennan.
I wonder if Brandon Johns is used to playing this type of basketball. From what I remember, Michigan didn't get up and down the court like VCU does. So I'm curious to see how his adjustment is going to be.
That win is going to be a factor, too, if you're going to play that much. I mean, Coach Mike Rhodes, in his 6th season here at VCU, he mentioned deepest team he's had since he's been the head coach here. He can play maybe 11, possibly 12 this season. We'll see how the depth will play a part, as up high and down hard as Josh Roberts, the transfer from St. John's, has put Manhattan on the board.
Great way to start. Great way to start. Excellent play ran, they executed it perfectly.
Rashawn Storrs, the interim head coach for Manhattan. Here is Nunn. The skip pass to Jameer Watkins against Roberts. Rebound picked up on the floor by Manhattan and Elijah Buchanan. Here's Razi Hayung for 3.
And that's what he does. Coaches raved about his three-point shooting, and there he goes on early display.
He shot nearly 48% in the pro league, the top pro league in Israel, a couple of seasons ago, and he gives Manhattan a 5-2 lead. No man right here for Manhattan, playing a little zone as Nunn spots up from the head of the key and drills the triple.
Bingo. A great ball movement by VCU working against that zone.
36% three-point shooter is Jaden Nunn, third team A-10 selection in the preseason. Backcourt pressure by VCU. Manhattan just got it over. And Deloach picks up the steal. A 3-on-1 break. And an offensive foul called on Jalen Deloach.
That is a tough call. I don't think that his feet were set. However, it was a bang-bang play. Could have went either way.
Might have been a little bit out of control as Ant Nelson checks in for the first time for Manhattan. He is the leading return scorer for Manhattan after a lot of chaos in the offseason for Manhattan in the last couple of weeks. He's back. One of 5 fifth-year players for Manhattan this season.
And let's give Coach Storr some credit. To be given the job 2 weeks before the season opener and to have these guys ready to play, it says a lot about his character.
Here's Rozzi again for 3, and Baldwin the rebound for VCU.
Now, if I'm Manhattan, I'm going to be pretty careful about the shot selection.
Johns from downtown.
VCU wants to speed them up, so taking quick threes is playing right into their hand. You have to be opportunistic when you play.
And it's a 6-0 run for VCU and a turnover on the trap. Brandon Johns has 5 of VCU's 8 in this first 3.5 minutes of the half.
And speaking to Coach Rhodes, he loves Brandon Johns' way to play. He plays hard, plays the right way.
Just underway here in the season opener for both teams. Here's Watkins, skip pass to Nunn, extra pass to Baldwin, around the horn to Watkins.
Great ball movement by VCU. The ball was hopping.
Mike Rose always says the ball can't stick. The ball can't stick.
Absolutely.
9-0 run, and Ace almost turned it over, forced the turnover. Right here near us.
I love the enthusiasm.
Just 90 seconds ago, Manhattan was leading 5-2. Rams are on a 9-0 run and have hit their last 3 shots, all from distance, to go up by 6.
And let's talk about the improvement for the Rams in that factor. They struggled to score the ball and shoot the ball all last year. Coach Rose said they weren't going to have that issue this year. And as we see, he's not.
They were in the bottom half of the A-10 in scoring last season. They only averaged 67 points per game. Here's Brennan in the corner, tried to draw foul, didn't get it. Ball goes over the backboard and out of bounds to VCU.
Great contest. Like I said, for the keys to the game, they have to impose their will defensively, contest everything. Even if you don't think you're going to be there on time, still jump.
Baldwin running the point, starting his 51st game as a VCU Ram. Remember, was a true freshman and started a couple of years ago, now a junior for head coach Mike Rhodes. Here's Johns underneath. Draws contact and will get rewarded with 2 free throws.
Absolutely.
Foul will go against Josh Roberts, one of the other 5th-year players for Manhattan. That'll be his first, and that will send Johns to the line. We mentioned the experience he brings for VCU this year. He played 117 games at Michigan, 25 starts, part of 97 wins for Michigan and a few NCAA tournament appearances, to include an Elite 8 trip under Juwan Howard.
He knows what it takes to win. He's experienced, and that is going to be infectious to the younger guys for VCU.
He has been hot so far, a 10-0 run for VCU, making it an 11-0 spurt. And the lead is at 8. Johns has 7 of the 13 so far in this first half.
And look at this pressure by VCU. Tenacity.
Ace almost forced another turnover against Ant Nelson. 21 to shoot for Manhattan as they are in a scoring drought of over 2.5 minutes after they were up by 3.
VCU rammed up the defensive end and is just suffocating at this point right now.
And that's what Coach Stores was worried about. How would they play early and keep that crowd uninvolved? Right now they have been playing a role in this as Brennan in the corner hits the triple for Manhattan.
Great driving kick.
And that broke an 11-0 run by VCU, his first basket. Baldwin thought about shooting the three. Here's Johns against Buchanan. Ball picked up by Adam Walden, the freshman from out of Baltimore.
Great attack by Johns. I would much rather he go towards the contact instead of moving away from it, however.
Walden tried to go glass, was too strong. None the loose ball for VCU. Skip out to Watkins for three. Halfway down, and Buchanan the rebound for Manhattan. 5.5 minutes gone by here in this first half as Buchanan couldn't find the bottom of the net. DeLocha rebound for VCU.
And I just don't agree with that shot. He came down, nobody else touched the ball to shoot a contested step back two-pointer. Those type of shots don't get you wins.
And a foul is called on Walden as he tried to deny that pass, as we got a timeout on the floor. 14:31 to go. VCU with a 5-point lead as you're watching Ram basketball on the CW and ESPN+.